Good morning, class. It's Miss Rebecca. I am here with my little friends that have come to join us. I'm going to read a book about a bear named Sam. And it's called You Can Do It, Sam. And it's by Amy Hest. And then the pictures are by Anita Jerem. So let's begin. You can do it, Sam. It happened one winter morning on Plum Street, and the moon was still up, making moonbeams and shadows on Plum Street. In the little white house, Mrs. Bear and Sam were baking cakes. They stirred with big spoons, swirled and tasted batter. They peeked in the oven at 2 rows of cakes, brown gold cakes for their friends on Plum Street. Come on, cakes, whispered Sam. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Mrs. Bear and Sam waited for cakes. Now we can go, Mama. Now, said Sam. Soon, Mrs. Bear said. Soon, Sam. They waited and waited. And then at last, Mrs. Bear sniffed the air. With her nose in the air, she said, I believe our cakes are ready. Mrs. Bear and Sam counted cakes, and there were 12. They tucked them in bags, and there were 12 red bags. I know lots of you know how to count to number 12, don't you? Yeah. Outside, snow tumbled on houses and sprinkled on trees. It powdered the yard and Mrs. Bear's truck. Mrs. Bear and Sam climbed up in the truck that was green. See that green truck? They bumped along in the early light, just the 2 of them, on Plum Street. Uphill and down, up and down, to the very end of Plum Street. Our friends will love my cakes, Sam told his mama. Of course, Mrs. Bear said. Mrs. Bear pulled up close to the first sleepy house. Here we are, Sam. I'll wait here, and you take the cake. All by myself, whispered Sam. Go, 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 Mrs. Bear put her arm around Sam. You can do it, Sam. Just like all of you kids, you guys can do anything you put your mind to. Anything you think you can do it, you can do it. If you just try, huh? And off he went all by himself in new snow. All by himself, waving a red flag and waving to Mrs. Bear. All by himself, taking care of their friends. Sam left the red bag at the door. The sign on the bag said, A tasty surprise. Then he ran back to the truck, where his mommy was waiting. I did it, said Sam. Of course, Mrs. Bear said. He's so happy. Good job. Mrs. Bear and Sam bumped along, just the 2 of them. Uphill and down, up and down. At each sleepy house, Mrs. Bear stopped the truck. She put her arm around Sam. Here I go, whispered Sam. Go, 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 Mrs. Bear said, and off he went, making tracks in new snow, waving a red bag and waving to Mrs. Bear, leaving 1 tasty cake at each sleepy door, all by himself. We can do lots of things by ourselves, huh? When we grow up and get big, we can do things until they got home. There were 2 cakes left in 2 red bags. Said Mrs. Bear. For us, whispered Sam. Of course, Mrs. Bear said. Mrs. Bear and Sam held hands on the path to the little white house. And the sun was just sunning up the little white house. Hello, house, said Sam. And they went inside, kicking snow off their boots. Gotta make sure our feet are clean before we go inside, huh? Mrs. Bear poured cocoa in cups, and they wiggled their toes in fat socks, enjoying their cakes with cocoa. As their bellies filled up, they took turns telling stories. Stories about a bear called Sam who takes cakes all by himself to his friends, and they all love his cakes so much. And that's what happened one winter morning on Plum Street. So, see, we can learn how to do things all by ourselves, can't we? It's fun to know that we can do it and we don't need help on some things. Some things we need help sometimes. So, thanks for listening, you guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.